Welcome back to the Retribalize podcast, where we talk about building the towns and the communities of the future. Today, we're discussing how big tech could solve the loneliness crisis, but doesn't. So, our phones on YouTube right now, your algorithms, they know you better than your family does. It can predict what you'll watch, what you'll buy, even what you'll think. You'll be scrolling on Instagram one day and an ad for exactly what you're needing pops up onto your screen. So the question is why can't they find you a single real friend? Well, they could, but it's not profitable. Okay. Right now, within 5 miles of you, there are people who are watching the same obscure YouTube videos as you. They might be watching this video, right? There's people with 3, 4, 5 overlapping interests with you. Hell, they're probably 90% matches with you on Spotify or Apple Music. My friend Steven is with me here. When I look at his YouTube feed, sometimes I'm like, those are the exact same videos that show up on my feed. That's why we're such great friends, okay? Meta, and this is the crazy thing, right? Is these tech companies, they could, like Apple and Spotify, they could host listening parties for people who share your archetype. YouTube could host fishing, baking, or conspiracy night meetups for people in your area who share most of your feed. Meta could recommend 5 of the most aligned people in your town, in your city, in the country, and in the world to meet up with. They could do this, but they never will, because you getting off your phone and hanging out with friends in real life is detrimental to their bottom line. Think about how backwards that is. The internet is literally the greatest social filtering tool and friend matchmaker in the world, and it's used to keep us glued to screens instead of interacting people with real life. And you can just follow the money to understand why this is occurring and is going to keep occurring at very dystopic levels, right? So big tech makes money off of your attention. The more time you're scrolling Facebook, ChatGPT, or YouTube, the more ads you're watching, the more revenue they make, okay? And that's what they're optimizing for. The last thing they want you to do is meet friends in real life. The last thing Bumble or Hinge wants you to do is meet real friends in real life. Why? Well, just think about this. The last time you were on a fun vacation with a bunch of friends, the last time you were building a project like a shed or something cool in your backyard with your homies, how often were you scrolling on TikTok? Probably never, right? The only reason most people scroll is they scroll because they're lonely. The lonelier we get, the more we scroll. And this is so obvious if we just look at our own lives. The most trouble I have with my phone is when I feel very isolated in my life, right? When you have real friends, it means you go outside, you stop scrolling, you build projects in real life. Every real friendship lost, right, is more revenue gain for big tech. It's a really, maybe myopic or dystopic view of big tech, but it's kind of true when you only optimize for attention. So when they're doing that, these platforms, they give you parasocial relationships instead of real ones, right? They show you content about loneliness, but never connect you to anyone real. They keep you engaged enough to come back, but never satisfied enough to leave. Their system works perfectly, just optimized for dystopic metrics. And that is until you break the system. So now I want to talk to you about the blueprint for meeting your best friends on the internet, breaking the big tech system, and also about the new app available for a super high level of matchmaking to kind of apply what we talk about, what the big tech companies could do, what Retribalize is actually doing. So I personally have met my best friends on the internet since 2017. I've had authentic talking head YouTube channels since then. I've done calls with other creators and with my audience. And I've had guys move across the country to come live in my town. I've met guys that I've traveled the world with. Steven met me on a call through my YouTube channel. Met me in Mexico. We've been renting big houses together for 9 months and inviting people out from the online network to build brotherhood in real life. And we're going to continue doing this until we have the wolf pack assembled to go buy land in the States and build the next great academy. That's what the Retribalize project is dedicated to. And here's where I share all my philosophy and what I'm seeing in terms of how do you build real life, highly aligned, highly filtered communities from the internet first, right? So there's a couple of ways to do this, okay? And one example of a way to do this is my friend Align with Aiden. He joined the Men's Academy a while ago. He started making really authentic YouTube videos and posting them on Instagram and YouTube, and he's actually blowing up quite well right now. And when you have a really authentic, clear signal out into the world of like, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, here's what I think, You can find people who feel just like you. And you notice in his bio, he just has a Calendly link to go talk to him, right? So that, people who are really aligned can get filtered a little bit. You apply for a call, you talk to him. This is a great approach. This is what I do, right? Filter the world, get on calls, build an online community of some kind, and, go that direction. There's one problem though. There's a huge problem with everything I just described, is that this approach of creating content only works for a very small number of people. It requires consistent posting, endless networking calls. I did 700 free calls last year, 700, right? It's very hit or miss filtering. I've had, maybe 20, 30, 40 people come out from my YouTube channel. A quarter of them, we really don't hit it off, right? But there is a way to do this. There is a way to filter the world. And when me and my friends cracked this, we realized, why should everyone have to become a content creator just to find friends? So this is why we built Retribalize.ai. It's basically a filtration system, a high fidelity matchmaker to match you to the most highly aligned people and teams in the world who share your dream, right? We have about 1,000 people or close to 1,000 people joining the app right now. So you can get on there to start doing matchmaking without needing to build a billboard. Now, that is like a shameless pitch. It is free for everyone in my audience. There's a link below. But I want to talk to you about the framework for using that app or using authentic social media content or whatever other means you use to filter people into a highly tight-knit community, okay? So number one is what we must do to break the big tech system of dystopic loneliness is you need to find like-minded people and constantly build your outer circle. A lot of people feel lonely. They don't have the right business partner. They don't have the right conversations, and therefore they lack purpose. And they lack all of these things. It's simply because you don't have a great comrade sitting across from you on the couch at night when you're having your big ideas, someone to go together with, right? So we need to constantly filter our outer network and build our outer network so we have a big top of funnel, okay? Top of funnel is best built online. I say this 1,000 times and no one really understands. Is like, up until this point, if you wanted to build a new great project, you were stuck with Tommy and Johnny down at the pub or whoever's in your local area. For the first time in the world, you can find that other people you could filter 8 billion people to find the ones who are like, that's exactly what I want to do. And I have capacity, capability, intelligence, and alignment with you going the distance. You can find those people immediately if you use the internet correctly, right? So building an outer network is essential. And you can do this DIY, authentic, content creation. You can even have a small channel and then network with other creators that you really like on X and Instagram, commenting, and basically your channel becomes your portfolio. You talk to some of your audience, you talk to other creators in the space, you build, your authentic message. And this is a great way to filter people from the online world. I'm here in Guatemala, Lake Atilan right now. And I was just up at a new monastery project happening here. The founder of it, has about 12 people living there, 8 people living there full time. All of them met him through Instagram, right? And they're starting an interesting commune thing going on. So that's possible, right? The second approach is just use Retribalize to skip the billboard phase. So you can just go directly to peer-to-peer matchmaking with other creators or people who otherwise would be in your audience. Much more direct. Right? So once you're building your outer network, you get on Retribalize, you get your first 5 matches or, your YouTube channel grows. Basically, I like to use a Calendly link to connect with people who are highly aligned. Your YouTube channel is already a filter. Retribalize is already a filter. Get on calls with people. This is the mindset switch that needs to change in people, is talking to strangers on the internet. It sounds crazy. Talking to strangers on the internet is definitely how to meet your best friends, for sure. Guys, I'm very social. In real life in Denver, I'm going to events, dances, martial arts, potlucks, building community. I shit you not, my hit rate online is maybe 500 to 1,000 times higher. It's or 500 to 1,000% more. It's crazy, how much more alignment you can find with people on the internet. And this really matters for everyone trying to build a village, trying to build a homestead, trying to go build new types of communities. Why is this so important for you? Well, who of your friends right now, who would you marry? Who would you marry? When you're talking about buying land together, building a business together, or building a legacy together, a family compound, a new town, a new city, the people who are going with you, you're committing to doing life with them, right? Most people don't have that level of trust and alignment with anyone. And because they don't have that level of trust and alignment with anyone, they will never get real big projects off the ground. I talk to hundreds of people with a small land project or a big idea for some kind of business or academy or something they want to build. And I'm like, who's your co-founders? Right? What other families are going with you who are committed to going the distance with you? And they're like, I have none, but I have a plot of land. And I'm like, you started at the wrong point. The best point to start at is finding awesomely aligned friends, building, high trust relationships with them over time, seeing how they perform, and then going the distance with them, right? This is why I keep talking about filtering people, because if you start at people and then focus on resources and then focus on land, you're going in the right direction. People and money is the most important thing, because if you have the right people and then you build money and resources with them, the sky's the limit. If you're worried about sovereignty or buying land or infrastructure, development or law or the economy or whatever, if you have the right people and money behind them, you win. You can do anything you want, right? Okay. Building your outer network. Number 2 in the framework, get one off on a tangent there, is speak weekly, build consistency with them, right? This is a screenshot of the Men's Academy. I run 3 or 4 calls a week talking about philosophy, spirituality, entrepreneurship, and building the next great society. And people come to these calls, they get off these calls, they do one-on-ones with each other. You build consistency and proximity online so you can shake out who is actually going to go the distance with you. Number 3, you meet the online network in person, hosting weekend meetups. If you have land, I just talked to a farmer in Minnesota who has, a big plot of land, and I'm like, start a residency there, right? So as you build your online network, you have a couple rooms where you can invite families, single men, women, who are highly aligned with you to come stay for a week. If you like them, invite them to stay for a month. If you really, really like them after that, there's high alignment, invite them to become a co-partner on the bigger project. This is how you do it, right? So you meet in person. Video calls don't cut it. It's in real life meetups that are verification of your online network. So when you meet up in person, you can do a conference, you could do a weekend meetup, right? And this is just to verify. And then after that, you need to, after meeting up in person, like step 4, is, this is like residency stuff. You're thinking about, how do I get proximity to this person in the long term? I have other videos talking about this. Subscribe to my next video, which is going to be about the process of doing it from a location. I'm traveling, so there's the nomad approach, and then there's a location approach. The next video is about the location approach. Essentially, you need to prioritize proximity. That could look like renting the house across the street from you and filling it with 4 guys from your network, or 4 women from your network, or 4 families, right? Like whatever it is, you need to think about, oh, we really like each other. We're highly aligned. How do I have proximity with this person? All of this shit, it's hard, right? I say this like it's easy. This is really hard to do. It's hard to get on calls with strangers. It's hard to consistently prioritize a meeting with a stranger every week. It's hard to plan a meetup. It's hard to figure out how to prioritize making a residency in your life. It's hard to figure out what's a project you can actually build together. It's hard to do each of these steps, but those who are successful in these 5 steps are going to build the teams that change the world. I repeat, those who are successful with these 5 steps will build the teams that change the world. If you can build a big enough online network that filters to an online community, that filters to a in-person meetup or a residency, which filters to real citizenship within a larger project, linking arms for life, going the distance together. When you build that with just 5 people, imagine having the 5 most capable, most aligned people in the entire world building with you, committed. Like the energy and potential you have in that kind of space is like a bowling ball down a mountain, right? You have so much energy, capacity, and also a diversity of excellencies, a diversity of skill sets, and loyalty to each other, where if you have 5 families on a compound, it's like, what you can build is 100 times bigger than what you could build alone. So this is why on the Retribalize channel, I always am harping on find your people first. Okay. And obviously this framework is pretty far out there for what's possible. To start with, I would recommend just getting on Retribalize, getting on calls with a few people and seeing if any of them you really like. Maybe do a couple more follow-up calls and meet up in real life. Just see what happens. If you just start there, you might get a taste for what I'm talking about. The sky's the limit. Thanks for watching the Retribalize project. You can click here for a video recommended from my channel I think you'll like. And my name is Christian. There's links below to our app. Peace.